Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to cover the 4.6 update note. Now I know this came out like a few days ago, but I just want to cover it now that all three variants have been released. Not released, revealed. And currently we're now in maintenance mode, so this video when it's out in the YouTube channel is probably, or the maintenance is probably over. But anyway, so this is the first update of 2021. Honestly, I'm really surprised because I thought the roadmap was gonna come first. But hey, we got a little glimpse here on what to expect. So some of our big focuses for this year will be improving existing features and giving players a smoother playing experience in general. You'll see the first steps in the direction in this very update. Now, I'm really happy that the developers decided to go through this route, like trying to polish things that were already there for this year instead of continually making new content. Because, you know, this year is a very big year for Skullgirls, the franchise. Yeah, I kind of see it as like a revival year because the main game Second Encore is getting like these new stuff coming in after so many years of dormancy, and I'm guessing like as people get more interested into the franchise, they'll check out the game, and that's why this year developers are polishing a lot of stuff that currently exists to make sure that new players, when they play, they're not totally stuck. Because I did feel that way when I was a beginner. I love the game, but I felt like things weren't as obvious as it could have been. And I remember I had to like make a Discord account and kind of like lurked for a few months, kind of trying to understand what other players are thinking, how they play this game. I checked the wiki, but the information there was completely outdated. Some variants didn't even have tips. And I checked for YouTube guides, and there were... Mind you, when I started playing the game, Yuji hasn't made his debut yet, so there was very little content available for the game. The only content I could find was this 50 hit combo with, I don't know, some random character like RoboFortune. But those combos, like, those are really cool, but they're not very applicable. So for the last year, like, part of the reason why I made a YouTube channel was that I saw that there was an opportunity for players, for creators to create content for the game that hasn't existed yet. So if you've gone to my channel, like some of the videos, the guys that I do, like no other people are doing it. So that's why I made it, because I can contribute something. And the Wikipedia as well, all the variants have like at least 1 or 2 tips available so that people can, you know, be directed well. I've made a lot of changes to the wiki as well to make sure it's more readable. So hopefully that's helpful. But anyway, so in this update, we got 3 new fighters. I'll cover them at the end of this as I go through the whole thing here, which is not a lot actually. There's St. Patrick's Day event, which is an annual event. I'm gonna skip through this because there's not really much to say. These events are always a great way to get the fighters that you want in this list, especially Starcross, because she is an elemental exclusive. So yeah, if you're looking for her, this is the best relic you can get her from. And new event Holodeck Hazards, by popular demand, introducing our first dedicated XP focused periodic event. Oh, this is so good. This is probably the update that most players have been looking for, especially long-term players. Because honestly, like upgrading, leveling up your fighters is such a pain, especially defensive ones. I've been calculating like how long it takes me to level up a fighter from evolving them into like a level 60. And since I make like, you know, those diamond evolution videos, I could actually track like, okay, so it's been a few weeks since I evolved this character and I've been using it in prize fights, and I don't like totally grind for them because I get bored. So I use them in prize fights for the daily events and stuff. And it took me like 2 months to properly level up a character from evolving them and maxing them out completely at level 60 without grinding for them and wasting like 1 whole day for it. Because I hate grinding, honestly. Especially in that Peacock Master Story mode. Like, yes, it is a grinding spot, but you can only use Peacock you can only grind one fighter, and then the modifiers are annoying as hell. Like, nah, I'm not going through that. So having this event where there's like 5 nodes, which gives apparently a lot of EXP, no idea how much that is, but I hope it's like at least 100k EXP for each of this node, because if it's not that, it's kind of might not be worth it. Maybe it is worth it. It's better to upgrade 3 things than upgrading one fighter with another peacock, right? Like most of my peacocks are level 60 already because of the master mode. So this is a very, very nice addition. I think the biggest thing about this is that players can progress through the game faster. I think that's a huge problem because for me, I find enjoyment when I actually got my diamond fighters, when I started expanding my roster, evolving variants. That's when things start to get fun because prize fights are achievable as long as I like set my target to it and I want to do it. I could do it. I wouldn't be left out. Rift battles still a nightmare, but you know, I can still compete somewhat, and things are just much more easier. It's just a matter of like actually playing, trying to understand the deeper mechanics of the game, and I find that really fun. The climb to get there was not fun. It was just grindy as hell, and I didn't find enjoyment in it because I was using like bare bone characters. I like things when things are optimized. That's how I find enjoyment. So yeah, players are progressing faster now, getting evolving diamonds faster. I think this is a really, really good addition. To really let players harvest XP from this event, the map will refresh every hour. Huh. So that means you kind of have... This is a good way to like maximize your 12-hour XP boost. You don't have to wait long. Okay. Yeah, this is a good way to prevent people from like spending a whole day of their life just clearing this again and again. Because some people do that. Some people have trouble with self-control. It's actually really difficult. I have trouble with self-control as well. But I need to learn to like prioritize things, and that's how I get out of it. But honestly, it's a blessing to have this to be refreshable, but it every hour instead of like every minute or something. So good, this is good. Well, we are planning to eventually make this a regularly occurring event. For now, this will be a special event that will only occasionally pop up on the weekend. So I'm guessing from this that it's kind of similar to Show Me Your Moves, where it comes out once every 2 weeks, although it could be more rarer than that. No idea. So yeah, the next upgrades are like visual improvements, Gafuku and Annie there, and stage tinting, which makes Blockbuster have like an orange tint here. Where is it? Here it is. Orange tint. A new icon, Sagan, is really cute. Beast King, Starshine, Time Thief, and Gangrene have all been added to standard relics. And if you guys want to know, Beast King and Starshine are really good diamonds. Time Thief is a pretty good silver. I'm sorry, no. Gangrene is a pretty good silver. Time Thief is a pass. You don't need her at all. She's a fun character, but like the other misfortunes are much better. Cabin of Curiosity, so any fighters gets back to standard prices. Theonite subscription offer. Wow. This is actually really, really cheap. And it's really insane. I think this is actually a brilliant way of marketing. Like, damn. Not only are you getting money from this, but they're also getting player retention for at least 30 days, even if you just log in. But most people don't. Most people like log in and play. So this is brilliant. Guys, if you ever want to spend money on this game, buy this. Don't buy anything else. Like 1,800 Theonite for $5. It's really cheap. With 1,800 Theonite, you can get... Okay, I don't know about relics because I never bought relics. But for coins, you can get the 1,600 offer, which gives you like 2 million coins. Really good. I need to... Okay, I'm gonna stay F2P and like... I can't be tempted by this. My soul is free to play. Other changes, tutorial upgrades. Yes. Okay, I don't remember how the tutorial is, but I hope this clears out a lot of misunderstanding with new players, because I think that's the problem with this game. One of them is that it's such a really good game, but it's also really new. there's not a lot of games with this kind of like genre where you tap and it's actually like real time battle. Well, not real time, but like real time inputs to fight the AI. That's one of the things that makes this game great. But a lot of people, they come from like gacha games where it's mostly those tapping games where you just tap, like, yes, tap attack, tap defend, or tap do a special move. Like it's not very, it doesn't have any real time input. So getting into this game was a big shock for me because I came from that background. So hopefully this tutorial will make it easier for new players to get into the game, because I think that was a problem. And again, because it was really difficult to find players and content creators that were teaching these things. So unless you were actively searching for information, you couldn't find this when I was a beginner back then. It wasn't obvious for me. It wasn't obvious. The information wasn't that obvious for me to, as a beginner, to learn in the game. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I kind of ramble a bit there. Yeah, so I might as well just make a new account and see what this tutorial actually covers. Prepare them for the fight ahead. As part of some tutorial has been spread out throughout the first story chapter. Okay, that's good. Fight assist, okay, out of battle. Okay, so it's now renamed to out of battle to make it clear. Yeah, that's fair. It was the goal was to be a fight assist because it automatically causes your character like to move, but it didn't work well because fight assist sucks. Like, it was really horrible. It ended up like being a hurdle instead. So yeah, rename it to auto battle makes sense. You just put it on auto battle and leave your phone for 20 minutes. Video guides, oh my god. If I was a beginner, I would have definitely greatly appreciate these video guide buttons. Because I remember back then I was playing Mobile Legends. If you guys knew the game, if you're from Southeast Asia, you probably will know the game. But yeah, I was playing Mobile Legends back then, and they always had this community button where you can see videos by content creators and players saying, oh, best build for this character, best build for that character. And I was really looking forward for Skullgirls to post something like that, but it was really difficult because there wasn't any. So having this will definitely help players. And I haven't actually seen the playlist yet. I'm pretty sure Yuji's videos are in there because those are brilliant. And I do advertise his videos in the wiki to make sure that it reaches out to more people as much as possible, because that's really, because people need that. People need useful guides from creators. So if you actually want to be a creator, then please do, guys. Added a little broken indicator to better show up when you landed a counter hit. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so I think those are the big things. There's nothing more. Attachments, what are these? Okay, it's just... Oh, it's all the images. Okay, but I guess they haven't updated the other two. Okay, this could be useful for the wiki. I'll edit that in. Yeah, so let's actually check out these new variants now that they're finally out. First is Prism Plumage. Alright guys, so I actually had the video plan where I went through the trailers and like speculated the new variants' abilities, but the maintenance just finished like 15 minutes ago, so that was useless. So I had to like got rid of that video, and let's just review them right now. And I'm pretty sure they're already in the catalog now. Okay, so first up is, let's go by rarity. So let's go with Peacock first. Peacock Prism Plumage. All teammates tagging with 2 buffs based on their elements for 5 seconds, and projectiles have a 10% chance to inflict debuffs based on the opponent's element for 5 seconds. So yeah, this looks like a pretty solid addition. It reminds me of Inner Pieces. The buffs depending on the element. I need to double check that, but we definitely know for sure from the trailers that light elements gets unflinching and immunity, while dark elements get haste and thorns. Haste and immunity are pretty good buffs, so yeah. But like, If you're relying on the immunity, you could always use Sketchy instead. So I don't know about this. But again, second ability, projectiles have a 10% chance to inflict debuffs based on the opponent's element for 5 seconds. Like, that's pretty nice. And we've seen that fire elements gets cripple, air elements get bleed, and dark elements get wither. So we still don't know the other two. Water, I'm guessing armor break, but I'm not sure. Light is actually quite tricky. I don't know what it is. If it's curse, wow. If it's actually curse, that's actually really strong. But yeah, she's seems like a really solid addition. I really need to see the debuff on the light element because I have no idea what she will inflict. But if it's curse, she could potentially be really, really good. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, as for a silver variant, this is amazing. I like it. So next we have Pain Wheel. Oh, that's such a cool frame. Like, look at that. It's white, it's blue. Like, that's really sick. Okay, so gain stacks of barriers and thorns for 5 seconds every 3 seconds while near a dead body. So yeah, it depends on the corpse. I don't know how useful that is in defense personally, because dead bodies means she can only be used in 2v2 or 3v3, and they're not hard to counter. You can just outtake dead body, that's always an option. Or you can outtake her opponent, like her teammate, and kill her first. And water element does give her frost armor with Don't Poke the Bear, which is, I don't know. It doesn't seem... She doesn't feel that much different than Rage Appropriate, you know? Maybe better stats, but that's it. Gain 3 stacks of regen, which becomes 5, for 10 seconds, and 50% blockbuster meter when defeating an opponent. Defeated opponents cannot be revived. Interesting. Ooh. Maybe just bring her into offense and to just one-shot the opponent. Like, have your main fighter, and then have her as like your secondary fighter, and have the first main fighter like make your enemy like 1% HP or something, and then have her deal the final killing blow. Like, against Plot Twisted, that's pretty sweet. Like, that's pretty sweet. What stats does she have? Okay, she has Firefly stats. How I know is from the fighter score, 385. Firefly has the exact same fighter score, 385. And the others don't. I can't remember what Firefly stats are, but it's definitely defensive, I'm pretty sure. So I will think that she's an okay variant. I don't think she's gonna be meta or anything like that. Unless I could be wrong, of course. But yeah, I don't think she's amazing. She's okay, she's cool, but she's counterable pretty easily. Now let's check the double variant. Now this one got my head scratching when I saw her signature ability. Someone said that it had something to do with where she's at the stage, and I thought that made sense, but apparently I'm wrong. It depends on her blockbuster and whether it's fully charged or not. I should have thought about that. It's air, of course, because air always has something to do with meter usually. So she has the same stats as Heart of Darkness. So if none of Double's blockbusters are fully charged, gain 1 stack of Miasma for 10 seconds after every 7 seconds while not blocking. Okay. Gain 1 stack of Enrage every 4 seconds while a blockbuster is fully charged. Enrage is removed when using a blockbuster. Oh, that's so interesting. So you only gain Enrage when you have a blockbuster, but then when you use a blockbuster, your Enrage disappears. So the blockbuster isn't, when you use a blockbuster, the damage from the blockbuster isn't boosted by the Enrage because it disappears as soon as you use it. So only special moves gain the boost. Huh. I don't know, man. I feel like I think she's powerful, but I feel like Jawbreaker is still like up there, you know? The Miasma is interesting, but does it actually do something? Because I feel like doing just a normal combo and just like intercepting and not getting hit will fill up your meter pretty easily. So yeah, I thought if it was depending on the stage, like I think it would have been more powerful, but this is slightly odd. I don't know where to put it. I definitely would. Jawbreaker is still probably like up there as like the best diamond double. Heart of Darkness has a niche with her 30 seconds hex, which is really cool, although quite not really practical at times because her transmutation is completely RNG. Creature of Habit does not need transmutations, which is nice. But just gaining Enrage, would that actually make... You definitely need to use a Blockbuster to get the Enrage. But then using a Blockbuster removes the Enrage. Oh, this is a weird one. I don't know how to judge her. Like, I don't want to just say, oh, she has potential. Because from this, like... I guess she could be good. Like gaining 3 stacks of Enrage just by not doing anything is pretty powerful. And double does have Cilia Slide, Bogus Buzzard, and Hornet Bomber. That combo always works against most things. So yeah, I think she's okay. I don't see her being anything more than that. Because Jawbreaker, she can just transmute and get like, what, 25% buff, I think, was it? Yeah, I think it's 25%. This 10% bonus damage will increase. So yeah, just by transmuting, she gains 25% buff, a damage buff, which is equivalent to 1 stack of Enrage. So Creature of Habit is pretty cool, but Jawbreaker is still definitely better, I think. Okay, interesting. So from the new variants, Prism Plumage is like the winner for me, for sure. The others are cool additions, but I don't see them making any big splash to the meta or to how games work in general. Alright, that's all I have for now. Alright guys, so that's all I really have to say for this 4.6 update note. Hopefully it has been a great day for you guys. I look forward to this update, especially this holodeck hazards. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these stuff are just polishing again for the new players that's coming in to make sure this game is as good as it looks, and tutorials are much easier for player retention. I think that's like the main goal of this update. It's a good update, but for me as a late game player, the holodeck hazard is probably the biggest one, and aside from that, all of these are like really, really nice stuff. We got this event coming up, March 17th. Oh, that's tomorrow actually. Wow. Oh man, I'm really busy as well. These 3 variants are really cool. Prism Plumage is probably my favorite out of these 3. Just because I'm running out of peacocks. Like, I've evolved every single peacock except for the bronzes ones. Like Sketchy and Rerun. Those 2 I haven't evolved yet, but the others I have. So this will be a nice addition to my collection. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope to see you all in the next video.